I would just, before we move on to some of the negatives and some of the gaps and stuff, though, I would like to highlight another big change in rhetoric that came with this budget, which is around the unemployment rate. So
Mm.
we saw a big shift in the rhetoric around the unemployment rate, with the government and Josh Frydenberg in particular echoing sentiments that we've heard from the Reserve Bank in recent months, from economists like Ross Garnaut in recent months, talking about the fact that our unemployment level could be much, much lower than it has been. They haven't quite gone so far as admitting the fact that we use people as a buffer against inflation, but we do. The unemployment level is essentially we keep hundreds of thousands of Australians out of work to keep inflation low. That's basically the way that it works. To talk now about the fact that, well, maybe we don't need to have quite so many Australians living in imposed poverty through the unemployment rate and through poverty level and extreme poverty level unemployment benefits. That's another big shift. And it's something that we've spent the last 50 years or almost 50 years in Australia accepting as doctrine and as necessary, that the unemployment rate needs to be around 5%, 4.5 to 5.5% in order to keep inflation in check. And to have a whole range of people, and now the Treasurer, in the budget come out and say, actually, we think maybe unemployment could have a 4 in front of it, maybe even a 3 in front of it, and that still be okay, is a significant shift in policy.
Oh, it's huge. It's really important that you've brought that up because, as you've said, for decades have used people as a buffer against inflation. And then so we've sort of deliberately driven people out of work, and then we've driven them below the poverty line, and
We
then we've
punish them
demonized
for it.
for them, and we punish them for it. And it's like, no, they're doing a massive service to us. They are keeping inflation
Yes,
low. You know.
yes, yes. We should reward them for their sacrifice instead of what we do, which is shame them, vilify them, and keep them in poverty, and make them work for it under circumstances that we call mutual obligations, which is a nice way of saying, we're going to make it hard for you.